I know. We'll start when I'm ready this time. I heard it. A, B, C. I'm not D, E, F. What a day I've had today. Oh, I've rowed with everybody. Really, the producer, always use the thumb for the producer. The writers, there was two of them, and Lionel Blair and I, we nearly came to blows, you know. Not that we could hurt one another. Well, you can't do much damage, can you, with two feather dusters? It was quite a bit of fun in the end, but, I thought that would tickle him. No, it all started about the opening number, you see, because I wanted to do something rather quiet and sophisticated and suave, you know, that would go with my personality. But they wanted to do something that was so common and raucous, you know. It wasn't the kind of thing... Look, this is the way they wanted to start my show. Have a look at this. Wasn't it degrading? How could I lend my name to all that? Oh, so I put my foot down. I can, you know. Look at that. I put my foot down. So now we'll do it my way. To see you, nice. Because, you know, the only excuse I can offer is that the pub is too near these studios. Oh, thank goodness we have guest stars on our show. Thank goodness. And right now I'd like to introduce you to my two guest stars tonight. First of all, the lovely, delectable, delightful, and seductive Miss Anita Harris. lovely to have you here, and I'll see you later.
But, aren't you going to tell me to go to your dressing room and lie down?
What on earth for, dear?
All comedians use that line.
Oh, only the old corny comics do that kind of stuff, lovely.
Yes. So aren't you going to say it?
Oh, that set the mood for the night, hasn't it? All right, then you know what you can do, don't you?
What?
Go to my room and lie down.
Yes.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, now I'd like you to meet the very lovely, delightful, delectable, seductive Dudley Moore. Really is.
I didn't like the introduction very much, Bruce, actually.
Why, what's the matter?
Well, I mean, lovely, delightful, that's fine, you know, that's all right with me, but, I'm not really very seductive, am I?
Yeah, but they only gave me one introduction. If it's not good enough for Anita Harris, it's good enough for you, isn't it? Let's face it. And you underestimate yourself, Dad. I think you're very seductive. Really.
Oh.
Very seductive.
Oh, shall I go to your room and lie down?
No, I think we'll skip that one. No, well, let's do the show first, Dudley?
All right, then.
Yes.
What have I got to do?
Well, there's 3 sketches I want you to learn. There's a piano duet you do with me. You do a piano solo on your own. You do a characterization bit, a couple of walk acrosses, and a dance routine.
Blimey, all that. Whose show is it?
Well, I'm in it up to here, mate. So it just shows you how much you're in it, doesn't it?
Well, I'm right in it.
I
think I'll pop off to Anita's room and lie down.
Oh, yeah, good idea, yes. Go to Anita's room. Yes, Anita's room, yes. He's on a fool's errand. He doesn't know because Anita promised to do a little song with me, and actually right now she's waiting just behind there. They love to chat about the dresses they will wear tonight. They chew the fat about their dresses and the neighbors fight. Inconsequential things that men don't really care to know become essential things that women find so apropos. But that's a dame, they're all the same. It's just a game, they call it girl talk, girl talk.
I don't want to talk girl talk.
You could have fooled me.
That's why I'm alone with you.
What are we?
I don't want to talk girl talk.
Really?
We've got better things to do.
Hope Dudley's not in the room. They all meow about the ups and downs of all their friends.
Never said a thing like that in
The
my
who,
life.
the how, the why, they dish the dirt, it never ends.
Listen,
The
I
weaker
said
sex,
kind of-
the speaker sex, we mortal males behold. And though we joke, we wouldn't trade you for a ton of gold.
It's all been planned, so take my hand. Please understand the sweetest girl talk.
Happy talk, keep talking, happy talk. Talk about things you like to do. You've got to have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how you gonna have a dream come true? If you don't talk happy, how you gonna have a dream? 'Cause you'll never have a dream come true. You don't wanna talk, girl, talk.
You don't want to talk small talk.
We don't wanna talk happy talk. We wanna talk about love. We wanna talk about love. Thank you. Thank you, Anita. Well, now, going to the Sublime, and I often do sometimes for a change, have you ever been into a strip club? Actually, it's a silly question to ask, really, because the wives never go, and the husbands aren't going to admit it, are you, lads? But there's getting more and more of these strip clubs, there really are, and, but a lot of people are worried, you know, about them, especially the tailors. Because if it really catches on, you know, they'll have no business, will they? But the government are going to investigate into the whole thing, I hear, and we sort of wonder what would happen if 2 members of Parliament went into one. So we're going to take you into a strip club, and if you don't want to go, you're too late.
Excuse me, mate.
Oh, yes?
Would you mind?
I'd love to.
No. Would you mind sharing this table?
No, not at all, not at all. No, of course not. Pardon? What?
All right, you can sit here. No, here.
All right, thank you. Michael.
Roger.
Well, hello there.
Hello then. How's it going, old boy?
Oh, well, mustn't grumble.
Where? Oh, no. No, mustn't grumble. No.
Interesting places, these. So I'm told.
Yes. I wouldn't know. I've never actually...
Oh, no, neither have I. The only reason I popped in was just, you know, so I'd know what I was talking about when the strip club bill comes up.
Oh, you owe them a spot of money, do you?
Only about 25 quid.
Mm.
No, the government bill.
Oh, have they all been at it then?
Oh, yes, sure.
Oh.
No, the bill about these places.
Oh, yes. Not at all. Of course, I mean, personally, I just popped in so that I had something to talk about when the case, bill comes up.
That's just what I said, Michael.
Yes, of course. Yes. Well, then.
Well then, yes. There was a bit of a to-do in the house last night.
Oh, well, yes, just a few drinks, and George did one of his turns, you know.
No, in the house.
Oh, that house. I thought you meant round at Ted's.
No, in the end, they had to call in the chief whip.
One of those sort of parties, was it?
And now, the seductive, tantalising Boo-Boo.
Oh, she's smashing. So I'm told.
Yes. Very artistic, really, isn't it?
Yes, well, she's got such a lot of talent, hasn't she?
Pardon?
Yes.
By the way, how's your wife?
Of course. What made you ask a question like that?
What?
How's your wife?
Oh, she's fine, fine.
Oh, good.
What made you ask that?
I don't know. Something just reminded me.
Yes, it does a bit, yes. The best artistic presentation.
Oh, yeah, do you know, I think she's got a much better act than Cilla Black.
There's more body to it, isn't it?
Oh, much more, much more.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I suppose it's time to be off.
Yes! Of course, I just popped in just to see what it was all about.
Oh, yes, not the sort of place that I would come to normally.
Good Lord.
Oh, no.
Well, time to be all first,
Yes,
then. Yes, Nick.
See you in the house.
What do you have it? Cheers.
Lovely to see you again,
Lovely
Michael.
to see you. Fine.
All the,
All the best.
Hello, darling. Why didn't you tell me that you were coming in?
Madam, no, I think you must have mistaken me for somebody else.
Yes, me. Happens to be my boo-boo.
How? Your boo-boo?
Yes.
She happens to be my cuddly kid.
Look here. We're the party in power and she's mine.
Well, look here. I happen to be the opposition and I'm opposing.
Look, boys, why don't you all go out together?
Oh, that evens it up.
How do you mean?
She's liberal.
Oh, hello. Some of you may know and some of you may not know that I've just returned from Hollywood. For those who do not know, I've just returned from Hollywood. I thought I'd mention it twice. Actually, tonight I'm going to direct as well as appear in the next number. And I've brought a little gadget back with me from Hollywood that you may be quite interested in. Over here. It's what they call a wind machine. A wind machine. Saves you taking pills. You must have seen these Hollywood musicals where the girl just stands there or dances and the wind blows through her dress. It looks very, very nice, you know. Well, this is what they use, you see. See, on television, you do the same sort of thing, and they have 20 stagehands on the side all going... But that's Hollywood. For the number, I require a partner, and I want somebody who's rather tall, rather elegant, and rather a lovely mover. And I've given... You'd be ideal.
Thank you, Bruce. What do you want me to do?
You're on the wind machine. And the switch goes up. Right? That's it. All good. I'm glad you didn't forget either. Right, well, now, I do need a partner who is rather tall, as I was saying before, rather elegant, blonde.
I'll get a win!
No, you can't! Oh, the way he pushes himself. No, so we have somebody who's lovely to look at, delightful to know, and heaven to dance with, Miss Alita Morrison. Well, now, Alita, how would you like to go to Hollywood?
Do you really mean it?
Well, sooner or later, I'm bound to do my own musical there. You just can't stop progress, just like that. And if you played your cards right...
Anything, Bruce. Anything.
All this goes on, you know. I'm glad to say. Right, well, I think... Are you ready with the wind? The way he builds the part up, you know. It's tragic in a way, tragic. But I think we're ready now, right? Cue music. doing very nicely over there. Cue music. In the wind. In the snow. In the mist. There, dear. There.
What was that?
It was just the start to our thunderous applause. Move, you perishing! Move! Oi, come in here a minute. Come here a minute. What are you talking like that for?
I don't know, it seemed to go with the dress.
Never mind the dress. Look, I can't sort this problem out at all. I really can't, you know. It's
Well, if that is...
Oh, never mind.
Never mind.
It wasn't a funny line. You go ahead, mate. I couldn't care less. Yeah, what? I can't find out what's wrong with it, then.
One of me poppers got it. It's that wheel.
What's a wheel?
That's the wheel.
That's not a wheel, it's a square.
Well, what shape's the wheel then?
How do I know? I haven't invented it yet, have I?
I don't know why you fiddle around with all them newfangled things anyway. Why don't you work on that marvellous idea you had for a motor car?
There you are, a motor car. What am I going to get a motor car to run on?
Wheels.
Well, there you are. I haven't invented them yet, have I? Oh. Stupid fool. And you can't rush history.
What's it? Evening! Yeah, it's one of them fellas again. It's one of them funny fellas.
Well, what's wrong with them?
It's the second one I've seen. They're beginning to worry me a bit.
Well, I don't see any harm in them. Don't look at any harm in them.
Haven't you noticed anything about them? They're different to us. I mean, take having a bath in the river. Have you seen him taking a bath in the river? It's all there, you know.
It's all there, you know. What is?
That's what I'm trying to find out. See, I've got a funny feeling that fellas like him are here for a reason. You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
I was hoping you would say you could tell me. You see, I mean, take him, for instance. It don't seem right calling him an him.
Well, call him something else, then. I couldn't care less, but as far as I'm concerned, he's still one of us, is.
Call him something else,
Yeah.
Call him something else.
That'll do. Call him an her. As I said before. Somehow or other, but I should have had it written down here. Should have had it written down here, I should. Yes. But as far as I'm concerned, as I said once or twice before, her's still one of us, Ernie.
Herbie!
What was all that about?
I don't know, it just seemed right at the time.
Oh.
But, hey. I don't like these wigs, do you? Her is definitely not one of us hims, you know. Her is one of the other sort.
All right, then, call him the other.
What I'm getting at is that him, her, must have a use like that thing you're working on.
Don't be daft. You couldn't peddle her around the streets, could you? And she hasn't got a pair of handlebars, has she?
No, I suppose not. I'll show you what I mean anyway. Here, give us your leg a minute. Lift your leg up. Lift it up. Go on, that's right.
Get off. What's your game? Get off.
See? Nothing. You watch. Everything. That's Hers is all squashy, you see.
It's squashy?
Yeah, it's not all airy like ours. And I think it washes more than us for a start.
Well, let's face it, everybody washes more than us, don't they?
Yeah. Go on, you have a go.
I don't know what all the fuss is about. I really don't. Hey! Hey! Fancy that?
I do, that's my whole point.
Then that up to you. You better introduce yourself proper, hadn't you?
Right. I don't think I can do it in the usual way.
How do you mean?
Well, I mean, how do we greet each other when we meet?
Well, that's easy. We just go... Hello, Dad.
No, I don't mean when we're friends.
Oh.
You know, I mean, when we first meet, you know.
Oh, when we first meet, well, we go... Hunga hunga, wonga wonga, oomba oomba.
Right. Hunga hunga, wonga wonga. See, it don't seem right, does it?
No, it don't seem right. Look, I can't waste my time with all this, carrying on. And look, I've got to invent a wheel, haven't I? I'm trying to revolutionise transport, I am.
Well, can't you invent something with her?
What could I possibly do with the likes of her?
Well, can't you rub two of them together and get fire?
Funny you should say that, because I was thinking of doing that with a couple of twigs.
Were you?
Yeah, I was laying awake the other night thinking about that. Funny how thoughts like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
But look, don't bother me. Hang her from the ceiling and stuff a candle in her ear.
What for?
We need a candle here in the cane.
It's a chandelier, you daft Nick. I think we ought to get together or something, you know.
All right, then.
Not you. No, not you, him.
You're not very strong for a caveman,
no,
are you?
But, you see, I think there ought to be a grappling hold of her or
Well,
something.
hit him. Belt him one with that. That'll start you off.
Right. Pardon me, mate, but me and my friend here would like to know what you're for.
You getting warm?
I'm beginning to perspire a bit, yeah. You know, mate, we're working on a hypocritical theory.
Hey.
It's a very nasty habit you got here.
Do you know, that made me feel quite ill watching him do that to you. You're right, those blokes are a bit funny. They're a bit funny.
I told you there was something
Oh,
wrong with
that
it.
was awful.
Didn't I tell you?
You're right.
Yeah, the thing we've got to decide... So, I'll tell you what, you go on with that wheel, and, I'll see what I can do with this fella, all right, then?
I'd much prefer it, mate, because I don't see what practical use you can get out of that whatsoever.
No, fair enough, division of labour, that's what makes progress. Excuse me, chum, would you come with me? It's all in the interest of man's emergence from the pit of ignorance.
He's wasting his time. He's better off in a wheel, he is. Get this going. Don't know what comes into that little ancient Britain. What have you been up to, then?
I've just discovered something that is going to revolutionise the whole of civilisation.
Have you?
Mankind, I might say, may never be the same again.
Oh? What have you discovered, then?
A round wheel. It had it stuffed up its jumper.
A round wheel? Come here.
Here, where are you off to?
You need two wheels for a bike, don't you? I might go for a tricycle.
Leave you all the time, or all the little swine!
No gown maid has got the shade on sweet Georgia Brown. Two left feet, but oh so neat has sweet Georgia Brown. They all sigh and wanna die for sweet Georgia Brown. I tell you just why. You know I don't lie much. Well, it's been said she knocks 'em dead when she lands in town. Since she came, why, it's a shame how she cools 'em down. Fellas, she can get our fellas. She ain't met Georgia Georgia claimed her, Georgia named her sweet Georgia Brown. No gal maid has got the shade on sweet Georgia Brown. Two left feet, but oh so neat has sweet Georgia Brown. They all sigh and wanna die for sweet Georgia Brown. I tell you just why. You know I don't lie. Well, it's been said she knocks some dead when she lands in town. Since she came, why, it's a shame how she cools them down, fellas. She can get off, fellas. She ain't made. Georgia claimed her, Georgia named her sweet Georgia Brown.
Welcome back, and welcome to part 3. To find someone an absolute fool 1 minute and a brilliant musician the next is absolutely impossible. Dudley Moore will now prove this. Dad. Well played, Dudley. Well played. Well played, Dudley. Well played. More like a football match, isn't it? Yeah, and actually, I shouldn't mention football in front of Dudley because he had a very nasty experience the other day, and it was all my fault, you see. Well, I offered to give him a lift to the football match in my new car, you see, and I wanted to tell you all about it tonight. And Sid and Dick, my writers, they wanted me to tell you all about it tonight. But the powers that be said, look, if you talk about your new car, you mustn't mention what make it is, because if you do, it's advertising. And if you do mention what make it is, you must mention all the other makes as well. Really? Yeah. So Sid and Dick, they were all for this. They really were, because they couldn't wait to do the script. Gave me a list of 300 cars. They're such a great help, they are at times. But I said, look, do I really have to do that if I make a mistake? They said, oh, yes, you've got it. It's like politics. If you mention the Conservatives, you have to mention the Labourers and the Liberals. So I said, well, look, can't I talk about cornflakes? I only know one maker then. They said, oh, anyway, I'm stuck with the car because I want to tell you about this terrible experience that Dudley had. But it is ridiculous that I can't talk about my new car and not tell you what sort it is, because it's such a lovely car. It really is. It's a real sort of status symbol, you know. They made a film about a yellow one. Yes, and it's very conservative in design. Sorry, it's very conservative, Labour and Liberal in design. All right, all right. But it's got a long square bonnet, you know, and if you buy a second-hand one, sometimes you find a tiara left in the boot. Think, for goodness sake, think. I'm trying. And she's drunk, what a combination. No, it is a lovely car. Look, how can I explain to you? Look, these two fellas, Fred Rolls and George Royce, got together and they built a car. When it was finished, I'm talking to the wrong camera, sorry. When it was built, they called it a Fred George. Don't panic, I didn't say it, I'm just giving a few clues. Anyway, I saw this advertisement, you see, in the paper, and it said second-hand, immaculate condition. So I phoned up the fella, and I said, right, I'll take it. You see, but of course, not until I went round to see it did I find out that he was an undertaker. It was one of those, with a long box in the back, you know, but it was in such good condition and a bargain, so I said, right, so I bought it, you see. But it was lovely to drive it home. It was a lovely feeling, you know, in this car, because everybody stopped and raised their hats, you know. It was a lovely feeling, and I could park it anywhere. It was really nice. And I stopped at the bank, and I said to the clerk, I said, is the manager in? And he took one look at the car. He said, funny, he was all right a minute ago. Yes. Well, anyway, getting back to this thing about Dudley and the terrible experience he had, you see, he asked me for a lift in the car, you see, but before I tell you about this, I'm going back again, aren't I? You see, when you buy one of these cars, they take it over. The people, you know, they take it over. There was a fellow who was around the next morning. He said, Mr. Forsyth, he said, you've bought one of our cars and we'd like to buy it back. I said, but I've only just bought it. He said, yes, but we've been going into your background and we don't consider you a suitable person to own one. I said, well, that's nice. I said, Harry Seacombe's got one. He said, yes, but Mr. Seacombe happens to be a CBE. So I went out and I bought myself a bar of that chocolate. And I awarded myself that medal. They didn't know the difference, silly fools. But they got marvellous service, you know. The other day I ran out of petrol, and before I could move, a little fellow in white overalls jumped out the bonnet with a little petrol can. He said, hold on, sir, I'll get it. Yeah, they'll take that out. Don't worry about that one, they'll take that. But getting back to this terrible experience that Dudley had, you see, it was like this. I said, look, I'll give you a lift with pleasure to the football match. I said, but you can't sit in the front because there's 3 of us here already. I said, so I gave him a top hat and I said, walk along at the side. And it was all right going through town because he could catch us up at the traffic lights. But when we got out on the open road, doing about 30, he started to get a bit puffed. He said, it's no good. He said, we'll have to get on. I said, well, you're not sitting astride that coffin. This isn't the Deadwood stage, I said. Which was quite witty at the time, I thought. Not so funny now, evidently. But anyway, I said, look, you're not sitting astride that. You'll have to get inside. I said, but you'll be all right because it's all silk-lined, you know. I said, you'll be all right. So we laid him out, crossed his hands, and he looked lovely. He looked so peaceful. He really... I've never seen him look better. He didn't have that shifty look in the eye, you know. He really did. He looked a treat. So I thought, well, when we got him settled up, we started off again, you see. And we're a bit late. So I put my foot down, you see. And we're going on there, and along comes the police car, and they stopped us, waved us down. And I thought, well, funny this, because I didn't think they stopped people in Rolls Royces. Oh, blimey, I've said it. Oh, crikey, now I've got to go through the lot. Well, you see, I was going up this hill, man, by the side of these Morris dancers, on my way to Vauxhall Bridge. Because I'm a bit of a rover, and I passed this folk singer, you see, standing by this tree with the big roots, and the sunbeams playing in his ear. And I said, well, keep it going. And he had this tiger with him, and I said, oh, that's a bit ostentatious. I know I couldn't afford one. So I said, oi, mate, where'd you get the tiger? He said, don't be a BMC. He said, it's not a tiger. I said, O'Reilly, and he let out a cry of triumph, and he said, no, it's a jaguar. Anyway, this policeman, you see, he stopped us, and I said, I'm awfully sorry, officer. I said, I'm so sorry, really I am. I said, but, see, we're a bit late. He said, not as late as the bloke in the coffin, mate. So I thought, well, I'll play on this. I said, yes. I said, you see, he's been gone 3 days, you see, and the poor relatives are waiting to pay their last respects. And I would have got away with it if that stupid fool, Dudley Moore, hadn't poked his head out and said, funny. What's going on? Policeman. You should have seen the policeman's face. Took us all down the station for questioning. You see, and the thing that annoyed Dudley was they insisted on keeping him in the morgue until we could prove that he was still living. And he's been so annoyed with me since, you know, he's cut me dead since, if you know what I mean, and you don't. But anyway, I've got to do a little piano duet with him now, and all I hope is that the feud isn't still going to go on.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we present those distinguished concert pianists, Andante and Campo.
All right, then?
All right, then?
Yeah?
Yeah?
We'll sort this out after the act.
I'll sort you out too, mate.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We're pinching extra bows now, are we?
If you want another bow, have one. No one's stopping you, mate.
All right. All right, I will.
Go on and have a bow then, you know.
All right, I can bow as much as you can, but you're not the only bower, you know.
Look, if it's going to make you happy, have a couple of bows, but shall we get on?
All right. Ladies and gentlemen. Hold it. Hold it. I haven't made the announcement yet, have I?
Oh, you're rabbiting again, are you? You're very good at the rabbiting. It's a pity you don't get down to learning the piano sometime, mate.
I can play the piano just as well as you. Don't you worry, lovey.
Tell them what we're playing. Shall we get on with it?
They'll know what I'm playing as soon as I start. You're the one they've got to worry about.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall.
Hold on. Lover boy. We had to be playing our own arrangement tonight, remember? The one we made up when we were still speaking? Autumn Leaves, remember?
Oh, I was only trying to help, dear boy. You know, something suitable for you, something you could cope with.
I can cope very nicely, thanks, with Autumn Leaves.
Well, Autumn Leaves it is, but don't blame me if it sounds like Humpty Dumpty.
That's a very old joke.
And you are a very old pianist.
I shall treat that with all the contempt I can muster, and I can't half muster some for you. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have Autumn Leaves, in which I will give you the delightful and delicate melody, and my partner, such as he is, will provide the umba. Thank you. Most impressive. But what was all that about?
I was just pointing out to the public that I'm rather better than an bum.
Well, I'd go even further. I don't know how I dare, but I think you are the best in the business. But we should all stick to what we do best, shouldn't we?
Then why aren't you out shoveling shavings, mate?
What a witty witticism. Can we get on? Autumn Leaves, before they all blow away.
Oh, my goodness.
Was that it? Was that it?
You asked for bum, you got one, mate. If you're so good, you do something with it.
But what can I possibly do with an like that?
Well, for a start...
All right. Don't let's be coarse. It's going to be one of those duets, is it? All right, just give us a note. Where'd you get that from?
Just came to me.
You got something else coming to you in a minute. Look, you wait till I get my golden disc. You'll be on your knees to me.
Oh, what a pretty picture. And where are you going to get your golden disc from, mate?
Same place as you got your...
Autumn Leaves, is it?
Why not?
Why not?
I don't have anything else at the moment.
I
Go
don't
on.
either.
You rotten swine, you put me in the wrong key.
Look, you're a pianist. Can't you transpose it?
I'll wrap it round your head in a moment. Just give me the notes in the arrangement. Just the notes in the arrangement. That's all I want.
All right. I'll give you the notes in the arrangement.
Right. The notes in the arrangement. You've been leading up to that all day. All right, if it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll have. From now on, it's a duet for two solos, right?
Right.
As long as I know where I stand. Peanuts?
Peanuts.
Simple to do.
When you first get to a can, well, it's so easy for you.
If a lady in Iran can, if a shady African can,
If a chap with a slap on the back